Why the Indian Ocean Tsunami was so deadly. An ordinary day turned extraordinary, then monstrous in the blink of an eye. Today, we journey back to revisit one of the most devastating natural disasters of our time, the Indian Ocean Tsunami. But why was it so deadly? Was it solely the power of nature, or did human factors play a role in exacerbating its devastating impact? Get ready, because you're about to witness the profound intersection of Earth's unbridled power and human vulnerability, in an unforgettable exploration that will change the way you see our interconnected world. On December 26, 2004, a massive earthquake measuring 9.1 on the Richter scale struck the Indian Ocean, leading to a catastrophic tsunami that caused widespread destruction and loss of life. The tsunami, triggered by the earthquake, unleashed its devastating force upon coastal areas, resulting in over 200,000 casualties. The impact of this natural disaster was felt across multiple countries, including Sri Lanka, India, Thailand, Somalia, the Maldives, Malaysia, Myanmar, Tanzania, Bangladesh, and Kenya. The magnitude of the earthquake and the subsequent tsunami waves led to unprecedented destruction. Tsunami run-up heights exceeding 30 meters were observed along the west coast of Sumatra. Entire communities were swept away, infrastructure was decimated, and countless lives were lost in a matter of minutes. The scale of the disaster prompted extensive research and study into the phenomenon of tsunamis, with the aim of improving early warning systems and preparedness measures to mitigate future risks. The tragic events of December 26, 2004 serve as a somber reminder of the devastating power of natural disasters and the need for ongoing efforts to understand and minimize their impact on vulnerable communities. The destructive tsunami that followed the December 26, 2004 earthquake in the Indian Ocean was a result of the dramatic displacement of water above the sea floor. The earthquake occurred along the interface between the India and Burma tectonic plates, causing significant uplift of the seafloor near the epicenter. As the tectonic plate shifted, the seafloor was abruptly lifted by several meters. This sudden movement displaced an immense volume of water above it, creating massive waves that radiated outward in all directions. The energy released by the earthquake was transferred to the water, setting off the tsunami. The waves of the tsunami spread throughout the basin of the Indian Ocean, traveling vast distances and causing damage to coastal regions in a number of different countries. The sheer power of the waves was responsible for the widespread destruction that ensued, with coastal communities being obliterated by the sudden influx of water and the strong currents that it brought with it. The devastating effects of the tsunami that struck the Indian Ocean in 2004 were experienced most keenly in a few countries. Sri Lanka, India, Thailand, Somalia, the Maldives, Malaysia, Myanmar, Tanzania, Bangladesh, and Kenya were among the nations that were impacted the most severely by the disaster. In the wake of the tsunami, these coastal regions were subject to widespread destruction and sustained significant human casualties. In Sri Lanka, entire communities that were located along the coast were obliterated when the powerful waves swept inland and washed away coastal infrastructure as well as means of subsistence. Damage was also extensive in India, particularly along the coast in the states of Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, where a number of coastal villages were completely wiped out. The tsunami was devastating for a great number of coastal resorts and communities in Thailand, which is a very popular tourist destination. It was especially heartbreaking to see so many lives lost and so much property destroyed in well-known tourist destinations like Phuket and Khao Lak. Other countries, including the Maldives, Malaysia, Myanmar, Tanzania, Bangladesh, and Kenya, also experienced significant impacts, particularly in their coastal areas, which were devastated and saw a high death toll as a result of the storm. Because of the devastating effects that the tsunami had on these countries, there is an immediate and critical need to improve disaster preparedness, early warning systems, and coastal resilience measures in order to lessen the severity of the damage that will be caused by future tsunamis. The tsunami that struck the Indian Ocean in 2004 is recognized as one of the most catastrophic natural disasters in the annals of human history. It was one of the most destructive tsunamis ever documented, and also earned the tragic distinction of being the deadliest tsunami ever recorded. The tsunami run-up along the west coast of Sumatra exceeded 30 meters, reaching staggering heights as a result of the tsunami. The widespread devastation that was caused by the tsunami was a clear indication of the sheer magnitude of the power that it possessed. Entire communities that were located along the coast were wiped off the map, leaving in their wake a wake of destruction and loss. In a matter of seconds, the power of the waves washed away entire cities, critical infrastructure, and the lives of thousands of people. The effects of the tsunami were felt in more places than just Sumatra alone. Its destructive power spread across the Indian Ocean, affecting coastal regions in multiple countries, wreaking havoc in Sri Lanka, India, Thailand, and other places beyond those borders. The long-term effects of this cataclysmic event continue to serve as a sobering reminder of the immense power that nature possesses and the significance of being prepared in coastal areas that are particularly susceptible to natural disasters. As a direct result of this terrible event, there has been a redoubling of efforts to better comprehend the threat posed by tsunamis, as well as to take preventative measures and corrective actions. After the tsunami that struck the Indian Ocean, scientists immediately began conducting extensive research in an effort to comprehend the effects of the disaster and improve our understanding of the risks that tsunamis pose. The investigation focused on a number of important areas, one of which was the study of the effects of the tsunami, with the goal of improving the identification of paleo-tsunami deposits in the geologic record. Researchers sought to identify distinct signatures and characteristics that could aid in the recognition of ancient tsunami events by examining the sedimentary record left behind by previous tsunamis. This knowledge may help contribute to the development of more accurate assessments of tsunami hazards, as well as more effective early warning systems. Efforts were made by scientists to improve methods for evaluating the risks posed by tsunamis. Researchers wanted to get a better understanding of the variability of deposits in various coastal settings, so they mapped out in great detail the patterns of erosion and deposition that were caused by the tsunami. This information contributed to the development of models and tools that assess the potential impact and extent of future tsunamis. As a result, improved preparedness and mitigation efforts in regions that are at risk have been made possible as a result. The devastating tsunamis that struck in 2004 and 2011, specifically the Indian Ocean Tsunami and the Great East Japan Earthquake and Tsunami, have had a significant influence on the research and preparation efforts that have been made in the United States in response to the threat of tsunamis. Lessons learned from these catastrophic events have prompted significant advancements in understanding and mitigating the risks associated with tsunamis. The valuable data and observations gathered from the affected regions have been extensively analyzed and utilized to improve tsunami modeling, early warning systems, and evacuation plans in coastal areas of the United States. Scientists and emergency management authorities have worked collaboratively to incorporate the knowledge gained from these tsunamis into hazard assessments and response strategies. This includes identifying vulnerable coastal regions, establishing effective communication networks, conducting tsunami drills and public education campaigns, and implementing improved building codes and evacuation routes. In the wake of major earthquakes and devastating tsunamis like the 2004 Indian Ocean Tsunami and the 2011 Great East Japan Earthquake and Tsunami, there has been a notable increase in public awareness regarding the hazards associated with these natural phenomena. Governments, scientific communities, and local populations have made strides in understanding the risks and implementing mitigation measures. However, it is important to acknowledge that there is still much to learn about the real hazards of tsunamis. Advancements in tsunami research and early warning systems, our understanding of the complexity surrounding tsunamis remains incomplete. Tsunamis are influenced by various factors including earthquake characteristics, nearshore bathymetry, and coastal topography. Unraveling these intricacies and their potential interactions is an ongoing challenge. Continuous efforts are being made to refine tsunami modeling, improve forecasting accuracy, and enhance emergency response protocols. Scientists are diligently studying historical tsunamis, conducting field surveys, and analyzing data to uncover more knowledge about the behavior, magnitude, and potential impacts of tsunamis.